We make monuments for families, obviously. That's our bread and butter. That's what we do all day, every day. We take a lot of pride in that, and then we also do the special projects. Doing the veterans projects, it gives you like a lot of civic pride, you know, that we're able to erect something to help pay tribute to soldiers that have fallen and come home and just served in general. My dad came to work here, I want to say in the late 70s, and he put in 37 years with this company. I just happened to be looking for a different job and a change of pace when they had an opening here. I'd never planned on working in this industry. I grew up watching my dad cut stencil by hand. That was before we had computerized machines to cut all of our stencil for us. He would bring like family tree designs home and cut them on the kitchen table, so he didn't have to be here, so he could be at home with the kids. So, with the veterans projects specifically, I haven't served myself, but I have a couple of family members that have. Thankfully, they all made it home, but I know there's a lot of families that they didn't get their loved ones back, and it's a place where they can go to remember their fallen. And it's also a place where I found personally that a lot of veterans go, I don't know if it's therapeutic for them or they had a friend that may have fallen and they can see their name on the wall. Specifically about 3 years ago, I was down doing some work on the Richfield Veterans Memorial that they have there, and an elderly gentleman came up to me, I think he was in a wheelchair, and asked if he could watch me. I'm like, yeah, sure, that's fine, yep, not a problem. Get it all done, and it's like, if you don't mind me asking, you know, why did you want to watch? I'm just curious, because he videotaped it too. And he's like, the second name from the bottom is my buddy. He's in the hospital, and he's probably not going to make it beyond the end of the week. I'm going to show this to him. And that kind of hit a nerve, you know. And before I left, I shook his hand, and I felt something in my hand. And I looked down, and it's a bronze coin. He called it a challenge coin. So anytime somebody does something that he feels honors veterans, he passes these little bronze coins out. I kept it in my truck for a really, really long time, just on the dash of my truck, and I could see it a lot. Now it's in my house because I didn't want to lose it, so it sits up in the windowsill. I have a stencil that's generally pre-cut. I show up and make sure that it's spaced properly, it's the right font type, and just make sure it matches, and then it's sticky on the back, so it's kind of like a sticker. You apply that to the stone, mask it off so you don't sandblast stuff that you don't want sanded. Do the engraving, so we use crushed garnet actually, which is a semi-precious stone, so it's kind of expensive, but it's non-toxic, which is the best part. The depth of the carving, it's all done by eye. There's no way to actually measure that. It's just experience and making mistakes and getting it right. And once you get the depth right, trying to match the paint, I think sometimes is one of the most difficult things that I do. You match the paint as best you can, and then it's just time for cleanup. I think it's a really nice memorial. You know, it's small enough that you can enjoy the whole thing without being overwhelmed by anything. I know some of the veterans projects get so massive that it's hard to take it all in at one time. And I'm really glad to see that the city of Edina is continuing their work with it. It makes us happy too. And we feel honored to be chosen to be able to do the work on these memorials, because there is a lot of options for people, especially down in the metro area. And they come up to little dinky town up north to seek out our monument company to get these kind of things done, which is pretty cool.